Welcome from Rome. I'm Charlotte Twetton with Sean Patrick Lovett, our Vatican expert. Sean, if we thought yesterday was busy, today's even busier. The streets are absolutely packed. What can you tell us about what it feels down there and your experience right in the center, right at St. Peter's?
Well, right now I'm quite grateful that we're up on a terrace, as you can see, overlooking the Vatican, because I've just come down up from St. Peter's Square, where it's craziness. I don't want to exaggerate, but you hear the helicopter again above our heads. There are thousands and thousands of people from all over the world, and it's their last opportunity to say their farewells to Pope Francis, and they're using it. And so their lines, it looks a little bit like a war zone, but only insofar as, yes, helicopters, police, there are military in full military gear with gun. I understand why. And there are barriers and barricades, and so I hope you're not thinking of coming through now, because as every minute passes it becomes more and more difficult, and the crowds are beginning to get a bit anxious also, because they know the Basilica is going to close, I think at 5 o'clock, is it, this afternoon? And so this is really their last opportunity.
Yes, we got a notification on our phones from the Italian government letting us know that the square would be closed at 5 today. Sean, is this typical? You've seen a lot of funerals before. Is it typical for the Italian government to send out that notice given the safety concerns?
Now, I know journalists love saying this is the first time, but it is. This is the first time this device has been used. And I was out in the square with my journalistic colleagues, and the first impression when we got this screeching noise, everybody on our cell phones, was to look up and think, is there an alien invasion right now? You know, where's the bomb? But it was just a message in 4 languages to say that the square is being closed. And clearly there is this, very and rightly so, this great concern, because we have so many heads of state, so many VIPs coming through. Even in the time I was down in the square, I saw the Irish Prime Minister go by. That there is the sense that people have to know, they have to be forewarned, and that there are rules and regulations, and one of these is that the square will be closing at 5 p.m.
Yeah, we've seen many foreign officials come in the past week. Is this typical? We've known that there were going to be quite a few. Some have refused to come. Is that a typical response we've seen in the past funerals that you've covered?
So there is something fascinating about that too, Charlotte, and that one does ask oneself, so what is it about the funeral of a dead pope that serves as a magnet for the movers and shakers of the world, for politicians, heads of state, and so forth? Even again, those who may have disagreed with him in life now want to be associated with him in death. And one can have all kinds of anthropological, sociological, psychological, political conversations about that, but I think basically it comes down to the fact he was and is what he represents is so important. He was an important figure, an important person in all of our lives. And so there is the sense that I want to be associated with him. I want to be close to him. And I want to live this historical moment, because that's what it is. There will only ever be, and I don't think I'm being excessively prophetic by saying this, one Pope Francis. I don't think anyone will call themselves Francis II. One Pope Francis, one man, one Pope of this stature, of this nature, and people want to celebrate that moment.
Absolutely, and we'll continue looking at people celebrating this moment over the next few days. Sean, the funeral is tomorrow. Can we count on you to help us cover that?
I've covered 4, 5 is lucky for some.
Wonderful. We'll see you back here tomorrow. I'm Charlotte Twetton with Rome Reports. This is Sean Patrick Lovett in conjunction with the Saint app.